You finally watched a football game in the Seahawks 2024 season stress-free. Outside of the Miami Dolphins, which we all kind of thought was going to go Seattle's way, this was one of those games where Seattle was in control from the very beginning. They didn't let things get out of control. They played clean football. It was a well-run game plan. They were able to run the ball with Walker. What a terrific catch by Kenneth Walker on his birthday. He had 2 touchdowns, 1 rushing, and 1 receiving. Geno Smith was throwing dimes across the football field, time and time again. Great plays made by the O-line. We got to give a game ball to Jarrell, starting his first ever game as a rookie. He was phenomenal, minus a false start, which who wouldn't? You're in your first game ever. You're a player that is unproven, but you proved to be a solid player. Be nice to see if he can continue to have solid games ahead. There was a run lanes open. The pass protection was far better. He did a terrific job. What a game by Jarrell. What a game by DK Metcalf. Almost eclipsing 100 yards. Catching passes. Fighting for it when it mattered. This was a well-run game plan from start to finish. They were able to get to Kirk Cousins, cause disruption. They got 2 interceptions, a forced fumble recovery for a touchdown. The defense played well. This is the type of Mike Macdonald offense and defense that I think he's been looking for. It was a clean game. One of the most important parts was the penalties were down in so many areas of the game. That's important. They're improving. They're growing. They're developing. Yes, they're 4-3. Maybe they're not at the point where they want to be, but that was so much improvement in this football game. That's why I'm excited and encouraged. They're developing a better system to get these players ready to stop when need be. The rushing attack of the Atlanta Falcons was still a little bit difficult for Seattle to manage. They had some struggles, but I think Byron Murphy being out there really helped. Boy Mafe, Derek Hall, all great games from those players. They helped stop things. Leonard Williams as well. It was a much better game. And it's fun to watch these much better games because you're starting to see a little bit of what they might be able to accomplish. I've said it before in this season, and I'll say it again. I do think this team has the ability to be a wild card, potentially even winning the division, because right now in the West, the Niners lost, so they moved to 3-4. Seattle's sitting alone in first place. So there is still a lot of room to improve. So a lot of football left to be played. But you watch this game, and you have to be excited at what you saw because they beat a Falcons team that has been able to score a lot of points in the prior 2 weeks. But they weren't doing much today. They weren't doing much despite the threats of Drake London, Bijan Robinson. They have ballers on that squad, whether it's Kyle Pitts. There's just many guys that are able to do great things on the offense for the Falcons. And Seattle was able to stop them. They were able to stop them so well. We got to see Michael Penix of the Washington Huskies step on the field. He didn't do too much of passes and whatnot, but it was still really cool to see that. I think he's going to be a great player in the NFL. He's amazing at Washington, threw balls that were just incredible to watch. I mean, he is a dime thrower, so I think he'll have great success in the NFL whenever his opportunity is called. But they were able to do great things. Ryan Grubb had a good game plan, getting the ball, moving around the field. That's what I really love about this offense, that they're able to move the ball, not just DK. Yes, you want to get to your great star receiver on the team, but you have a Lockett, you have a JSN, you have a Noah Fant, you got a Walker, you have a Charbonnet. You've got many players on this team that are very versatile, very able to get open, running amazing routes. JSN had a wonderful throw for 35 yards. It's really fun to see them utilize new things week in and week out, specifically because their Achilles heel, the issue that the Seahawks have had for a while, has been their O-line. And even on the opposite, they put a lot of money in the defensive line, had struggles stopping run lanes, struggles stopping, passing attempts. They've struggled on both sides of the field, whether it be on defense, O-line. It's an area that's going to be probably an area that John Schneider, I think, will address in the offseason. I think he has to. Continued job security would mean that you got to have a line that can protect your quarterback. Because we can see what Geno Smith can do with a little bit of time. he throws dimes. He still throws dimes even when he's not having a lot of time. Like today, he had a ball thrown to DK that I think DK, I mean, he didn't see it, but man, it was literally right on his hands. It was there. Perfect throw from Geno. Couldn't have placed it any better. Didn't end up in a touchdown, but it's just a reminder that Geno Smith is playing on a discount right now. His price only increases the great games that he has. He's played on a discount because Seattle believed in him, put emphasis in him, but you're going to miss that. You might miss that because another team might be able to experience that if Seattle doesn't take care of business. I think Geno does have what it takes. I've seen enough of him, seen enough amazing plays. There are certain moments where there's struggles, but like I said, this offensive line has to grow. But today, much more improved game plan, much more ability to protect the quarterback, much greater ability to protect the run. It was a good game for the Seahawks. They face a Buffalo Bills team that have a new weapon in Amari Cooper. They're going to have a dogfight with that team because Josh Allen is a slinger, but so is Kirk Cousins. And they were able to stop things. They were able to not give up too many big plays. And they won 34-14 in a stadium that was not their own. They made those Falcons fans get out quickly. They had great halftime adjustments as well, coming out in the second half, doing great things. It was also fun to watch the closeout in the first half. Getting that touchdown ball to DK Metcalf was pretty amazing. A 31-yard touchdown from Geno Smith. It was a credit to Grubb in his belief of what Geno could do. But at the time, there was no timeouts remaining. I was concerned because I was like going, man, maybe just get the points here with a 3. No, they went for it. Jason Myers also had a terrific 57-yard field goal. Actually, it was a 59-yard field goal in the game. Wonderful game all throughout. It's what you want to see. A continuously improved product in the field. It's getting better. They're going to find pieces as off seasons occur, but they are getting more and more improved. And it's fun football to watch because it's showing that the regime is starting to have its effects. And maybe I'm a little bit too enthusiastic. Maybe the Falcons aren't as good, but this feels like it's finally a good quality win. Dolphins were riddled without Tua. The game against the Patriots should not have been close based on how the Patriots have been playing everyone else. And the Broncos, yes, they've kind of improved, but it's a rookie quarterback. So this is like that first win where you're going, man, this is a good win. Falcons are 4-2. They've had some really high scoring games, and now they're 4-3. But it felt like a win that you want to celebrate because Kirk Cousins is not just some quarterback that's not well established. He's well established. He's done great things, and he maybe hasn't won Super Bowls, but he did really well with the Vikings. Helped get the Washington at one point, the Redskins, but now Commanders helped get them on the map. So he's a good QB, but Seattle stopped him. And that forced fumble from Boy Mafe. Man, he's continually improved every season he's played. He's going to be getting paid whenever his contract comes up. He's just a game changer, a game wrecker, and that's what needs to be done. If Seattle's defense is going to be a well-established defense, they got to get to the quarterback. They got to stop the run. That starts with the initial line of defense and the D-line, being able to stuff things, being able to bat balls down at the line of scrimmage, or maybe hit a ball out like they did against Kirk Cousins. Wonderful game of football by the Seahawks. They moved to 4-3 on the season. What are your thoughts about the game? Did you enjoy it? Did you have fun watching it? I had fun watching it with a friend of mine. We were really encouraged by everything we saw. It was just a wonderful game. And congrats to Seattle. You got to win. Wins are hard to come by. And I think just overall a well-played win by the whole entire squad and very encouraging. It's going to be interesting to see how they fare against the Bills because Bills are a phenomenal team. They struggled against the Titans today, then started to run away with it. But hopefully, maybe they can see what the Titans do well, how they stop that team, and maybe they might walk out with the win. Be pretty fun to watch. Well, thank you so much for watching. You have a wonderful day and a great rest of your week. And thanks for tuning into these episodes about Seahawks Review.